Hello. This video, we're making a 4-piece card trick quilt. And you just need 4 squares, and this is what we're gonna make it look like this. Okay? As a matter of fact, let me bring it up closer so you can see. Isn't that cool the way that it looks? You can see the squares on each side. Pretty cool, huh? So we're gonna make this into an embellishment. So, and I started this one already, and I wanted to show you how I did that. So you need 4 squares, 4 different colors, okay? And then we're gonna take our, excuse me, I apologize. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna take this, and so this one, and we can look at this one, so you can see. So this one, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a dot of glue right on this corner, okay? Then we're gonna lay the pink one on top of it and kind of take it over into the point into the center. Okay, so see how it's lined up the same way? All right, then we're gonna take and we're gonna do the purple one on top of the pink. So we need a dot of glue in that. We're gonna take the purple one and we're gonna put this one on the pink and line it up with this orange one here. Okay, there we go. So that one's done. Then we're gonna take the yellow one, and the yellow one's gonna go under the orange and over the purple. So we wanna do a dot of glue on the purple, and then a dot of glue on the yellow. Okay, so if you line them up like this, that's where you want the 2 dots of glue. On this corner and that corner, because then we're gonna take this one and we're gonna tuck it under. And we're going to, whoops, I need to move that over a little bit more. Come on, let go a little bit, because that needs to go all the way down, and there we go. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna press it down, and voila, check it out. What do you think of that? So let's do it again. So we're gonna start out, okay, this time we'll start with the pink one. Okay, so the pink one down here, and what's over it? The purple one's going over it, so we're gonna go ahead and put a dot of glue, and we're gonna take the purple one and put it over that dot of glue, and then bring it up into the middle. This point goes into the middle of this square. We're gonna hold that down for a second. Then the next one is the yellow one. So we need a dot of glue in the corner of the purple. We're gonna take the yellow. We're gonna go ahead and put this on there, and then we're gonna line these 2 up next to each other. So that way they're even with each other, okay? And then we just have to do this part. So the orange. So remember, we're gonna move it over here, and we're gonna do this corner and this corner, because this one goes under. So we're gonna put a dot of glue here, a dot of glue here, and then we're gonna tuck this under the pink. So lift that pink up, and lay it down on the yellow. And make sure that this orange piece goes towards the center of the yellow one. Okay, and then hold that down. It looks kind of crooked. Okay, stay. There we go. So we've made another one. Pretty nifty, huh? So 4 squares, and these are all 1-inch squares. Okay, you can do them bigger if you want to. You can do 1.5, 2, 2.5. It doesn't matter, however size you want to make them. But if you're going to do them for a card front, and regular A2 size card, then I would do them 1-inch squares, because then it's going to end up being about 2 inches in diameter. Okay, 2 inches around. All right. So now to finish up these little embellishments, I've cut 3 squares at 3 white squares, and these are at 2 1/4. Or nope, I'm sorry, 2 1/8. 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. Okay, and then the black ones are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, 2 1/4, 2 1/8. So then we're going to take this, we're going to put glue in the corners and in the center, and go ahead and layer this on, and put that right in the middle, center it. Okay, let that dry. We're going to do the same thing with this one. Put glue in those corners and in the center. Go ahead and glue this down in the middle of this black square. Try to get them nice and even. Okay, and again. Put glue on all four corners and in the center. Alrighty, and then go ahead and put this on and center it up. There we go. So now we can put these pieces on, and you can do it this way or you can do it this way. Either way. Okay, whichever way floats your boat. I think that makes it look more like a card trick, so I think I'm going to do it that way. All right, so then you can either 3D them up or just lay them flat. I'm going to go ahead and lay mine flat. So I'm going to do a line there, a line there, a line there, and a line there. Okay, 4 lines of glue. And then I'm going to try to line this up the best that I can, centering it in the middle of this square. There you go. There's our embellishment. How cool is that? What a fun little embellishment to make with 6 squares, because we've got these 4 in the middle and then we've got 2 other ones, so you need 6 squares to create this. Alrighty, this one's a little wonky, but that's okay, it'll still work. Try to get these ones. Alrighty, so there's our embellishment. Isn't that pretty? What a fun, simple embellishment. So now we can go ahead and we can put them on cards. You could use them on the corners of a scrapbook or in a journal. Wouldn't that be pretty? You can even cut them in half this way and then use them as photo corners. Wouldn't that be pretty? But that'll cut your design apart. So depending on what you want to do, you can line them up on a page this way, a 12-inch page, for in your scrapbook. So they're squares. You can pile them up. You can do this in a corner. You can do all kinds of things with these things. Okay? So whatever you can do with square blocks, just picture them as being playing blocks. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make them into cards, because that's what I'm going to use mine for. So I did cut 3 pieces of paper that I had. I just trimmed them down a little bit, so I've got 3 bits for on the inside of cards. So let me go ahead and put some glue on here, and we'll stick this on the inside. There. So we want the purple one out here. Okay. So then we're just going to go ahead and put some glue on there. Alrighty. And then we'll try to center this. And these pieces here are all different widths and sizes. This one, yep, this one's a little bit wider, and then this one's even thinner, but that's okay. That doesn't bother me. Isn't that pretty, with the pretty roses on there? So then you can take one of these and you can put it on here. So I can put it, I think I'll put it over here that way, because I've got this blank area here. I think I will just go ahead and put it there. Do I want it that way or do I want it that? I kind of like it that way because it really shows off. So that's what I'm going to do. Alrighty. Put this on in this corner. That's really pretty. So now you can leave it like this. You can add a little bling to it if you want to. If you have a little, if you have extra paper, you could always cut one of these roses out. If you have this paper, you could cut one of these roses out and put that in there, or put it over in the corner and overlap it. So you could just take a little word, and put it on there. Alrighty. So there's one. Do I have more cards cut? Yes, I do. I've got one more. That's good. All right, so let's go ahead and do this pretty blue one then. I really like making different embellishments. Embellishments and borders. Those are my 2 favorite thing, and that's why I keep going back to different ways that we can use these strips, because number one, it's definitely using up a bunch of strips and a bunch of little scraps. So, and even these scraps, even though they're different sizes, that doesn't matter. If it's big enough to fit on the front, then hey, that's good for me. Even if it filled up just half of it, you could still put that on and that would still be pretty. Pretty nifty, huh? All right, so let's go ahead and glue this down. That was the blue one that I put in, yes. Alrighty. Squeeze out some glue here. Alrighty. There. All right, and then we can put this on. This one, maybe I'll do it this way. Why not? Good idea. And put it up towards the top and make sure these are about the same. Yep, they look similar to me. So there, we've got 2 of them. Isn't that neat? I like that. Do I have another white one that's cut? No, I've got an off-white one. Nope. All right. That's okay. So we've got an embellishment left over, and we've got 2 embellishments on cards already. And I'm thinking maybe I'll do, oh, you know what? I did have these leftover black dots. Oh, look at that. Just a simple black dot in the center. But then that kind of takes away from that. You know what? Maybe I'll just put the dots on as embellishments. That's an idea. There. I'm going to do that. That's a good idea. Because I really don't want to cover that up because it looks so cool looking. And these are just, this was some extra. It came from a box, a shiny box. And I saved I cut off the flaps and as much of the box that I could salvage. So that way I can use them as gems like this, flat gems. There we go. So let's check that out. Isn't that easy? And I used this little hole punch, the 3/8 of an inch. And I got that on Amazon. So what a fun, simple way to make little embellishments. I like to do either glossy papers, if I can find them, or the glittery ones, because they're just so pretty. And it gives it a little sparkly effect like a gem would. Alrighty, so this one, let's see. Let's put a word on this one. How about, oh, that's cute. You are special. That'll work. Alrighty. And again, I don't want to cover up the middle. Even though that would look pretty, I don't want to cover that middle up because I want them to see. That's where you see the card trick. So we can put it, how about right here? That'll work. All right. We shall do that. Alrighty. There. That's nice. All right, so now we've got a leftover embellishment, a card with 3 shiny gems, paper gems, and then a You Are Special. I like that. Alrighty, so let me bring this one up and show you a close-up of that. And again, I'll show you the shiny paper gems, and then just a plain old ornament. Actually, you could make that into an ornament too, couldn't you? Embellishment, that's what I was trying to say. Alrighty, so I hope you like this idea and you'll give it a try. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.